whatever the fuck I have to do. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Because if I don't change my situation now, bro, this is the moment. This is the month that I have to change everything for me. But yeah, let's see what happens at the end of the month. Today is the 29th of December, which is a Monday, and I want to say I actually did fulfill a dream of mine that I wished for last 2 months. As you guys know, if you've been following me for the past, or even if you've been watching my videos, you know, I've lived in a hostel for the past 7 years since I came here to Russia, and having a place of my own was a dream of mine, and today I can gladfully say that dream of mine has been accomplished. So, cheers to that. Now, as you can see, I'm sitting here right now doing some little work before I, settle down in. But this is actually a room that I'm going to turn into an office, work, receive calls, make some business deals. But before that, I want to get into something that I didn't expect, because there are 2 accomplishments that I met this month. Because last month was one of the worst months of my life, which is November. So in the beginning of November, business wasn't going well. I had a lot of things to deal with papers in Russia. So I spent a lot, and my mom actually got into an accident twice in the same month. She got hit by a car the first time, and she had a scar on her head, and it kept me in a very, very strange place that I got very worried. And then the week next to that, my payment system actually held my money. So I had almost $1,700 that was held, and I couldn't help my mother. And I was in a position where the money that I had wasn't enough to send her. And I was living in, the hostel that there was noise. I couldn't concentrate on business. I was living with like a roommate, and the person snores every time. It was always hot in the room. Like, it was the most worst place you can actually sit down and focus. So I had the burden of my mother's problem, my payment system holding my money, and I couldn't do anything about it, so I had to bear with it. So every day that came by, it was difficult for me to, withstand. And then, as if the problem was not enough, the next 2 weeks, my mother got into another accident that the car she was in actually somersaulted. And I don't know, I know God really loves me. Nothing actually happened to her, thank God. There was no scar, but by the looks of the photos that my mom sent me, and I can't send to you guys, unfortunately, it was actually bad. The car somersaulted, and the people that were actually around her dragged her out of the car, thought she was dead, and like everyone was saying it was a miracle. So last month was just shit. And on top of that, finding an apartment here in Russia is very, very, very difficult, because there's something called registration, and if you're a foreigner, you need to do that. And most of the landlords here they don't like giving apartment to foreigners due to a certain kind of reputation of a lot of foreigners, especially students, not taking care of the apartment. So it was very difficult to find this. And the week next, me and my girlfriend, like, we searched the whole city. There's apartments available, but due to the conditions of now, it's not a habit to then giving it to foreigners. It's very difficult with this registration thing. So we searched until we gave up. Like, there was this one morning, this woman told me, yes, I can do registration for you, you can come by. But then we went, nothing happened. And then in the morning, there was another woman that told me, look, you can come in the morning around 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I sat in a coffee shop. I woke up around 9. I went to a coffee shop because I didn't sleep that day. I was working all night, sorry. I went to the coffee shop, got some latte, and then my girlfriend came by because she was going with me. And then the woman actually called me and said, no, we can't. So, like, the whole week was me searching for an apartment. It was really, really bad. I spent a lot of money going to see apartments. They were saying, no, this, and that. And then finally, right after that, there was this woman that actually texted me and said, there is this apartment can come. So I had to go impromptu. And then when I came, this was the apartment that was there. So that was actually last week. So I'm making this video a week later because I had to settle in. I was dealing with a certain kind of internal issues, and this is what I was dealing with. Last year, by this time, I didn't even have a laptop to actually work with, right? And my only dream was to make $100 a month. And then fast forward, it took me 6 months to make my first $1,000. And then it took me 6 months to make my $1,000 online. No, it took me 6 months to make my first $1,000. And it took me, actually 6 months to make my first $1,000 online. And then fast forward now in December, it's about to end. I've already hit 10,000 because I'm waiting for $1,300 for payouts in the next 4 days. So as you can see, I've made $10,000. And before I even started this journey, I didn't know getting to this point would be one of the worst and most depressing aspects of my life. Like, sitting here right now, I'm not gonna say I'm depressed, but the amount of happiness that I had before beginning on this journey has dramatically decreased. And it has taught me a certain lesson that I always knew even before I said that money wasn't going to give me any form of happiness, because I live in an apartment now. If I want to travel, I can travel, but at the moment I'm doing a certain kind of documentary residence, so I can move around. But if I want to go anywhere, I can go anywhere, I can travel. I have freedom. I just work anywhere I want. I don't wake up in the morning. It's cold outside right now. It's winter, and my girlfriend works as a doctor. I have a doctor's degree. If you don't know, I have a doctor's degree, but I didn't go that route because I didn't want to be a doctor. But every morning, like, my girlfriend wakes up, goes to work 8 a.m., goes and work at like 8 a.m., and she's studying at the same time. And it's cold. I'm like, how? Sometimes I just sit there and I just thank God that I found a route, or I forced myself to go through this route. Going back to the concept of me now, it's a weird topic because my dreaming is like, okay, like, when you think about your dreams, you think when you get there, it's going to be all rosy and, your life is going to be all good. But the joy I found in this journey is actually going through it. It's like waking up and actually working or doing something difficult, and at the end of the day, you feel proud of yourself. That's the happiness I think is in the pursuit of greatness or whatever thing you're chasing. It's not the destination itself. That's what I've actually learned through this journey of, getting to my goal per se, because I'm dealing with a lot. Like, you get to see the true colors of people around you. You get to see the essence of life and the bullshit that you actually convince yourself that when you get it to make you happy. Like, there's a lot of things that you will learn upon this journey. And right now, sitting here, as you guys know, 3 months prior or 6 months prior, I was making $150 in 2 weeks. And now I make like around $1,000 a week, and it has become my paradigm now. So it's weird. It has make me like, it has transformed me to become some guy. Like, if I don't take care, there is one thing I've always learned: if you don't take care and you're making money, that it's not very, like, you don't put in too much labor. Like, you put in 20% and you get 80%. But there is this test that you get, like the test of freedom, that you be tested on how much you respect money. Because I got to a point, I think last 2 weeks, yeah. Last 2 weeks I was spending a lot of money. And I had to, sit down with myself and like, bro, you have to respect money. Because if I'm making $1,000 and I used to spend that in 4 months, my parents used to give me money. So it's very, very, very tempting. Or there's a lot of things you have to correct with yourself and be very aware. Or else you just go, you find yourself in a certain part that you don't actually, like, you never thought of. And the aspect of comfort, like, I made a video about comfort. Now I'm in a certain place that the comfort is hitting hard. Like, the more you make, the more money you make, and the more freedom you have, you be tested with comfort. Because right now I'm making like 1,000. I can do whatever I want. I make like probably like 5K. I can travel. I don't have to answer to anyone. So your desire to make more, it has to come with a certain reason, and that is what I'm finding now. Like, I'm finding, because right now I can take care of myself. So the only thing that I need, or the only thing that I have to find right now, is a reason. And I have a reason, but I have to make it very vivid and clear to me, because it's like I'm falling off. I'm becoming lazy due to the kind of abundance I have now. Because like, you guys know my background, I don't come from too much. So having this is actually a match for me, and um I have a future that is actually big, and if I don't take care and let comfort creep in, I'll never achieve it. And I know to get to that point, I have to, constantly reinvent myself. So I'm at the position now. As you guys can see, there's a lot of things I'm dealing with. Even though I've made progress, it's not all nice and glittery, and everything is fun now. Like, I now understand when people say money will make you happy, because yes, I have an apartment, but there's a lot of things you do it. And I'm sharing this to anyone that's always on the journey. Like, I've been doing this on January 19th. I think it will be 2 years of me uploading on YouTube. And I will share every, emotion that I'm going through to you guys, so you guys know what the real thing is. I'm not gonna show you all the, the cute stuff and the progress. I'm gonna give you the bad stuff, the things that are going on mentally. And yeah, this is where I am in my journey. And this is the end of my chapter 1 of me achieving my greatness in this world that I came in. And if you're new to this channel, or you just found me, I just want to welcome you. And I hope whatever thing that I've said made sense to you, or you found any kind of value in it. And I just don't want to promise anything from now on that I'm gonna upload, because I don't want to do YouTube for the sake of numbers, or for the sake of keep up, but for the sake of giving real value that means true to me. So, because it's the only reason why I started this channel. So I don't want to transform into something different that I didn't intend in the first place. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope the next lesson I learned will be much valuable, and I'll be in the right mindset to go much harder and inspire you guys. So yeah, so my name is Salim, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.